All right, y'all, we got Super Saturday coming up this weekend. First off, I'm starting off with the Bluegrass Stakes. This one's got, I think he's the Derby favorite. I haven't looked at the odds recently, but I'm pretty sure he is. 2-year-old champion, Breeders' Cup juvenile winner. Essential Quality is in this one. They got a morning line 3 to 5 odds. Hey, at first glance, it looks like he's probably got this race in the bag. At second glance, when you start looking at the competition, I don't really think so. I don't think so at all. There could be a lot of money to be made by somebody in this one. At any rate, Bluegrass Stakes this year, 800,000, mile and an eighth. You know, it's strange. This race used to be considered one of the bigger Derby prep races, but it really hasn't produced a Derby winner since I think it was 91, Strike the Gold, and I think in 90, 91, Summer Squall won in 90, and Strike the Gold 91, Breeders' Cup, Bluegrass Stakes winners back to back, and they haven't produced a Derby winner since. So this is the first time I think they've really got a good chance here with Essential Quality. But at any rate, he's going to have to win this race. It's possible he could win the Derby and not win this one. Number one, we got Hidden Stash. He's ridden by Rafael Bejarano. His last out was Tampa Bay Derby. Ran second in that one behind Helium. Helium's another horse I liked. You know, on a little side note, I think he was running out of Woodbine, but he was coming in looking strong. I liked him to win that race. He did get the win there in Tampa. And we'll be seeing him again, I'm sure. But Hidden Stash gave him a good run for the money. Helium won't be a long shot anymore. People will be prepared for him. Hidden Stash, you know, is going to be ready in this race as well, since you know he's facing Essential Quality. Bejarano did get him in second for that race. He's had a couple other decent outings there. Ran into Sam F. Davis, who's third there, but there's a jockey change, you know, downgrade on that one. So Hidden Stash, I do think he's a decent horse based on that Tampa Bay race, and based on the pace of this one, which is going to make everything in this race, it could be catastrophic, honestly. He's got a good chance. If this pace is way too slow, I think Hidden Stash could win this one, because he likes to come from off the pace anyway. Number two, we've got Untreated. Now this one's another threat. No real front runners in this race, but I think he's probably going to come up near the front. Todd Pletcher horse, Joel Rosario riding him. His last out was a big win to break his maiden. It was only a $35,000 maiden, but he got the win by 8, mile and 40 and 139. Luis Saez rode him in that one, but Saez is aboard Essential Quality in this one, so they had to switch up to Rosario. So Pletcher went and got Rosario. You know how Todd Pletcher is. I mean, he came up with that big win in the Florida Derby. Nobody I knew was calling that one. I mean, a lot of people like I did, yeah, known agenda, he's all right, he might do something. Pletcher comes up with another win. I ride Edward Chief Jr. He knows when to get the jockey. Knows how to get the horses in the right races. So you definitely want to think here that Untreated is definitely a possibility to get an upset here on Essential Quality. Got the jockey, got the trainer, got the big race coming into it. Decent workout times on this horse. Decent breeding. He's out of Nyquist, mother's father's Unbridled Song. So decent breeding on this horse. You know, in speaking of breeding, I mean, Hidden Stash was out of Constitution. Smart Strike on his mother's side. So, I mean, lots of well-bred horses in this as well. But Untreated, you definitely got to think he could hit the board. They got a morning 10 to 1. Hidden Stash morning was 20 to 1. Just these odds are not going to stick, I don't think. I mean, a lot of money would be on Essential Quality, but I think it's a chance he could get beaten. And then for the exotics, I mean, something's going to pay big, I think. We'll see what it is. Anyway, moving on to the 3. Highly Motivated. I'm highly motivated about this horse. He could also get the win in this race. Javier Castellano rode this horse. Last out, he was third in the Gotham. Now, he had a bad start to that race. I don't know what happened. He tried to change leads early or tripped up or something early in the race and got a little boxed in. He just had a bad trip. Now, the race before that, he ran in the Nyquist. He had a great race. in the Nyquist at Keeneland. So now he's back at the Keeneland, same track he's familiar with. If he comes out and runs that kind of race, you know, he's going to be near the front or probably taking the lead. And he could just run away with this one. He's got Castellano. He knows what he's doing. Chad Brown training this horse. Highly motivated. Decent workouts, too. You can't count this one out. He's been in every race. Second by a neck. You know, win by 1. Win by 4. Third by 1. He's been in every race. I don't see any reason why he shouldn't be in this one. All right. Number 4 is the favorite. Essential Quality. Now, what can I say about this one? Sired by Tappet, mother's father's Elusive Quality. You know, that makes him the great-grandson of A.P. Indy and the nephew of Smarty Jones. So this horse is very well bred, trained by Brad Cox. Luis Saez, who, you know, as you remember, won the Kentucky Derby, and then they did some weird stuff, and this other guy ended up getting the money. But the horse racing gods have blessed him with another great horse here in Essential Quality. Horse is undefeated. You know, like I said, the champion, Breeders' Cup juvenile win. Last out was in the Southwest. He just kind of took over that race. He showed that he was definitely superior. He didn't really give it his all until the end. He just kind of pulled away when it was time. He's not going to be able to do that, I don't think, in this one. I think Essential Quality is going to face one of the toughest races in his life. The Breeders' Cup Juvenile was tough, but he got the win there. I think he's definitely got his work cut out for this one. Man, I don't know. Is he really that good? Because, like I say, these first 3 horses I think could definitely win. Forget what these odds say. But anyway, Luis Saez back at it with another shot. Good horse. 3 to 5 morning odds favorite. Number 5, Rombauer. Florent Geroux, as I've mentioned recently, demoted due to his ride a couple weeks back in Louisiana. But he's aboard Rombauer. Once again, this horse, decent horse, don't get me wrong. I just think he got him in the wrong race. He's won on turf. He's won on artificial. He ran the Breeders' Cup Juvenile, 5th in that one, 6 lengths behind Essential Quality. I just, you know, I don't really like this one. What can I say? I just think he's in the wrong race. Number 6, they got him 15 to 1, which I think is ridiculous that his odds would be lower than Hidden Stash. But anyway, that's Rombauer. Number 6, LeBlanc, or Leblin, however you want to say it. I think it's LeBlanc, but anyway, they got him morning odds 50 to 1. I don't know what to say about this horse besides he did get a win at a mile and an 8. Time wasn't great. He's going to have to run better than that to get a win because I'm pretty sure the time's going to come in faster than 151 in this one. They got Alvin Jimenez aboard him. Hey, he's going to get some experience riding in a good race, but he's going to have his work cut out for him surely against these other tough horses. Number 7, Hush of a Storm. Let's see. Now this one I think is in the wrong race as well. They should have run him in the Jeff Ruby Stakes last week. He won the John Battaglia over at Turfway. He's got 3 wins on artificial. They're switching him up to dirt. Don't know what effect that's going to have. He ran his maiden on dirt, didn't do well, but hey, that's his first race. You never know. Santiago Gonzalez is just riding him. He's ever since he's been riding him, he's got 3 wins, but that was all artificial, as I said. Now, the one thing you can say, he got a really good workout here at Keeneland. This 59-second breezing on the dirt at Keeneland. So he seems to like the service, at least in a workout, and at least at 5 furlongs. He's also something you got to keep in mind, because let's say this horse he's coming off 3 in a row, right? But let's say he actually likes the dirt better. And so now he's jumping onto a better serve. He could come out and just bust out with a race nobody was expecting. So once again, 15 to 1 morning odds. You can't count him out. His jockey, once again, is going to definitely have his work cut out for him in this one. But, you get a good trip, you can get a good win if your horse is ready to go. And he's competitive. He can compete with these other horses you run against. Especially if some of the other ones get boxed in or get into some trouble. I mean, Essential Quality could still be the best horse and get into trouble with all these other good horses out there. And good jockeys. Number 8, Sitting on Go. Dale Romans trained this one out of Brody's Cause. Good workouts on this horse. I like this horse. I do. Minute breezing, 59 breezing. Now, way back last year, in September, he got a win in the Iroquois at Churchill Downs, 135. Corey Lannery rode him there. He knows Churchill pretty well. Lannery, I don't know. I don't ever like him in big races. He doesn't seem to want to come through. And that's what he's been doing since then. Breeders' Cup Juvenile, 9th. Kentucky Jockey Club, 6th. Holy Bull, 6th. Tampa Bay, 7th. I mean, Lannery's just not getting this horse. He didn't ride him in Tampa. But, he's just not getting this horse home in the big races like Lannery tends to do. I don't know why you would get him home here. But if the race is great, the horse is good. If he just happens to accidentally just, go out there and just try to beat generic and just happens to run with the right pace, he could come up with a lucked up win. I mean, 30-1, this horse is better than 30-1. The jockey's not better than 30-1. But I'm definitely going to have him in an exacta behind Essential Quality. I think you at least got to give him something like that. You might just want to play him in a show if the odds get out of control, because the way this is, they got a 30-1 in the morning odds. He's liable to go up to 99-1 or something. I mean, you can hit those in the show pool because these horses can still be competitive. He's not that bad of a horse. He's really been racing in really tough races his whole career. So, Sitting on Go. I would really like to see a better jockey aboard this one. If Lannery doesn't get it done here, maybe we'll see a better jockey aboard him in the future. Number 9, Keep Me in Mind. You want to keep him in mind. They got him 8-1. Think that's too low for the morning odds. But you definitely want to keep him in mind. David Cohen riding him once again. Don't like him in big races. But he is possible to get a win if this horse can come through. He was 3rd in the Juvenile, so he has been beat by Essential Quality before. Won the Kentucky Jockey Cup. But once again, tougher competition he's seeing in this one. Good workout, however, at Oaklawn. 1 minute breezing. Horse seems to be in good shape. Cohen's going to have some luck on his side, but you don't want to count this horse out. He has the ability to win. So, I mean, in all, I don't, like I said, the only horses out of, Rombauer and LeBlanc, only horses I really don't think have a chance to win. But they could, because it's so competitive. The pace could get out of control. I really don't think it will. There's no real front runner in this race. Unless you want to call Untreated. Untreated is too untested to be called a real front runner. But Untreated could come out with the lead. Essential Quality could come out with the lead because they're just going too slow. And Highly Motivated could come out with the lead, being back in Keeneland. That night was 6.5 furlongs, but he didn't lead in that one. But they ran a fast 44 opening half in that one. He could come out and like this track and go fast and get to the lead as well. Really don't know who's going to come out in the lead, but I think it's probably going to be Untreated or Highly Motivated. That's going to determine everything in this one. Any one of those horses. If they hold back, if Sias holds back Essential Quality for too long and just lets Highly Motivated get too far out ahead of him, he could go ahead and get it. Or you have a situation to where they're going too slow and everyone's too impatient and they're going 49 seconds in the opening half. Hidden Stash could just come. He likes to run from off the pace anyway. He could come in there and get him because that really confuses the horse, especially when a lot of them are doing it and they're all bunched up. That's that kind of British style turf racing. I don't really like that. The horses don't really like it either. They like to go. They like to run. And if they stop them from doing that, it could really favor somebody like Hidden Stash. So it's tough to call this one. It really was. It's something that looks so obvious. It's tough to really give a true pick to top 4. I am going with the chalk, though. I like the Essential Quality of the horse. Luis Saez, even though he's not my favorite jockey, he can't get it done when he's got the best horse in the race. He's one of those guys. I think this horse is in the long run the best horse. I honestly, Sitting on Go, I think is still a really good horse. It might be the second best horse, but the way he's trained and the running style and everything they use, that's not going to get it done, I don't think, in this one. So I think that they're really going to go pretty slow. I do think, like I said, Untreated will be up there. I think they will probably kick it up. Rosario will probably kick it up around 47 second half mile. Central Quality will hang right in there. Highly Motivated will be right in there. They'll probably make a move. Highly Motivated, Castellano might go a little bit early, but they're going to get going. I think they might pick up the pace a little bit, might do the mile in 136, but I think Essential Quality is probably going to kick away. A little bit better horse, and I think he's going to lead them, probably come in around 149 149ish. I don't think he's going to have to put in his best race, but I do think he'll be challenged, and it'll be a good challenge for him going into the Derby. Second place, I have Highly Motivated. I think Highly Motivated will be in there, hanging for second to a short duel. I think Essential Quality is probably going to leave him behind, a little bit better horse, but he'll probably still be in there for second. I like Hidden Stash coming off the pace, running in for third. He may even run in there and get second. I'm not sure. It all depends on when the Castellano moves Highly Motivated. But Hidden Stash, I think, will get in there at least for third. Fourth place, I've got Untreated. I think even after coming off the lead, I don't think Rosario is going to wear him out. I think he'll still be competitive near the end of the race, and I think he'll hang out probably for fourth. Now, if you're looking for a closer, like I said, to come in there and steal some of the thunder after these horses that are closer to the front run out of gas, don't forget about Sitting on Go. Don't forget about Keep Me in Mind. Don't like those horses to win. I can't even believe this. I left out a horse, Hush of a Storm. Hush of a Storm, once again, didn't mention him, but closing as well. Santiago Gonzalez is going to do that same thing. So when you're looking for another closer, you got to consider him as well. I didn't have him, like I said, it's really hard to pick the top four in this one. So I had to go with the more experienced jockeys and the better trainers. That's generally who tends to win these bigger races. It's the usual suspects. But Hush of a Storm, you definitely want to consider him as a possible long shot, or you want to throw him into those exotics, Exacta Trifecta. Don't want to forget that horse. So that's how I got it. 4, 3, 1, 2. Essential Quality. I got him going to the Derby as the favorite. Don't know if I'm going to have him win. It's going to depend on what some of these other horses do. But let me get going here, because still got Santa Anita and we got the Wood coming up Super Saturday.